It uses 2 controllers, 1 player, 2 controllers, and my second controller, I actually couldn't find another Dogbone controller or a Square controller, so I have to use a NES Advantage. So I am cheating for this run, and my joystick for this is kind of finicky. So if you're watching me just kind of fidget all over the screen, it's because I'm trying to adjust to the joystick. And one team's got to lose, so it may just be Retrothon and Retrothon, right? So time begins as soon as you press start here, but you will not get an official run if you don't show the difficulty. So 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Timer started. Cool. All right. So you have one of 4 games that you can choose on the... well, you can't choose it. Oops, too much. But when you play... I'm playing really cold right now. So there's 4 games. There's Hungry Clowns, Golf, Gorilla, and Bowling. You want Bowling and Gorilla because those are the 2 fastest games. But, yeah, unfortunately, we have to go through all the questions. So if you want to do a little interactive segment with all the viewers and stuff, you can go ahead and answer these questions in the chat. I do have the stream open so I can see the chat. So whoever gets the answer right, props to you. I may read them every once in a while. For a normal speed run of this, when you just answer all the questions, it's 20 questions total in the entire game. You have to get 20 of them right. My world record is 7:12, though I don't really call it a world record because I'm the only runner right now. I did take it from somebody, I think Rot Dog, but he removed that run, so... Alright, so there's, I think, 10 sort of games that you can play. And most of them are kind of simple, like Pie in Your Pants. You just press the A button and you move the character to catch the pies in the pants. This game is from 1988, I believe, and that's actually long before my time. By the time I actually got into this game, I think I was about 8 years old. I was born in 1993. So, I mean, anything that's in this game that asks about actors or like sitcoms back in the day, I will guarantee not know the answer to that one. This game was made by Rare, of all companies, actually. One of the things that's interesting, that's kind of unique about this, and I just got 2 of the same games almost back to back. So Kangaroo Catch is actually the same as Pie in Your Pants. Unfortunate, it's like the only reused game in this entire like assortment of mini games. Because this is the part of the game that nobody actually sees. All you're doing is answering questions, but it's like the most fun part of it is the part where you get to actually play games, not answer the questions. So this is one thing I think is unique about Double Dare, that there's actually gameplay to it, unlike the Jeopardy game, which all you do is type in text, which is annoying as all heck. There's another game called the Hollywood Squares, I think, which might as well just be thrown in the garbage. That game is trash. How many questions has everybody answered in the chat so far? Well, we haven't had my worst game yet. Like, there's 10 of them. And Ring Toss is the one I don't want. Ooh, this is my favorite game because this one caused lawsuits if they ever had it in the game. Oops. Too little. No, not enough. Or too much. Oh, I'm going to fail this one, aren't I? There we go. See, the point of this game is just to shoot your partner into the little dot in the little spaghetti. But you're shooting him out of a cannon head first into a wall. I wonder how many lawsuits a Double Dare, sprung from that one. I don't think that was actually in the original show, though. For good reason, obviously. It's like, I do have my cheat sheet here. I'm not even using it. I'm doing this really cold because with all the technical difficulties and stuff, I wasn't able to get a practice run in. So, but don't worry. I think everybody, you only care about the part at the end. Oops, all concussions. Yep. Yeah, I wonder, that's probably a reason why that game never made it into the block. try to catch the cake. You can't catch that first one that was thrown because it just goes way too fast. But if you time it properly, you can always get the second one. My estimate is a little generous. I did a practice run the other day, and I think I finished around 22 minutes. So, assuming all goes well, and I don't fudge any of the games or get off track by selecting wrong with the turbo controller, the NES Advantage. The max amount of money is 410, and then 830. No, sorry, I'm getting that mixed up. It's 410 for the first round, and then it's 820 for the second round, so add those together, 1,230. If I can do math properly. That does sound right. Oh, that's too much. Yahtzee. Yeah, it's like I do have a cheat sheet here, just to kind of give me a reference of where these power meters are supposed to be. In true fashion of Double Dare, if you get the question wrong after being dared, you end up throwing the money back at your opponent. But what I always didn't understand about the show is, like, if you're going to dare the first time and then they just double dare you back, why would you not just do the physical challenge? It's like, that's the most fun part of the show, I think. And back in the day when I actually did play this game, I was a stupid little boy and never actually knew any of the questions to this game. So all I did was dare, and, you know, this is Rare we're talking about, so a lot of their difficult, like, hold on. This is my least favorite game. There we go. Rare back in the day liked to make their CPU very difficult to play with, and this is one of those games that has that kind of thing going for it. The computer doesn't always, you know, want to dare you back, but they will usually get the questions right. And which century was the year 1857? Do we have a discrepancy in one of the questions that was just said? Yeah, I'm reading that in the chat. Yeah, we're from the live in the space station. Okay, this is a terrible game, but if you just kind of play toward the bottom or something, you can always cheat the game to do this. I always hated this game because I can never do it. Oops, I messed up the position on that second one. It doesn't seem like it should be there because I put the low power. It should be right in front of them, but for some reason the game has like a set distance of where the ring is always going to go. So if you try to do anything other than that strategy I just did, that game is kind of horrible. I could never complete it. The other thing about this game is, like, these questions are all from the, like, late 80s, early 90s, or, like, it's late 80s because it's 1988. But it's like, most of these questions I don't even know the answers to. Because some of them are easy, but most of them are based on, like, sitcoms and stuff from back then, which I didn't really watch. Oh, I'm playing this again. Yeah, this is about the point where they start to repeat, because there's not that many. Like, I think there's 10 or 11, but I didn't really do a full count of them. Like, you can do, like, the 10 games, and then you also got 4 of them that can be done for, like, the start and then halftime. So there's 2 games that, unfortunately, we're not going to get to see during this run. And it's not really one of those things you can determine, because it's a 1 in 4 chance, and it's a 1 in 3 chance that you'll get said game. So you want, like I said, you want Gorilla and Bowling. Those are the 2 paired games that are the fastest to complete. And in set patterns like or set patterns. If you want like the fastest run, I guess in general, you would want to not have ring toss because you have to collect 3 of the rings, and you would not want water basketball because you have to do far distance for 2 shots. Yep, here we go again. This ring might be in a different spot this time around, though. Nope, it's in the same one. Sometimes it could go further back, which doesn't make sense considering I'm using the lowest power possible. So I thought lowest power means it would, again, be right in front of him. The 10 most wanted list is issued by which government agency? What do you got, chat? Is the FBI. Oh look, it's concussion game again. It's too much. Oh, not enough actually. There we go. The answer is dare. The next answer is double dare. Then physical challenge, obviously. Alright, here we go. That's the end of first round. Something you actually notice, oh, I got the slowest game. Yeah, Hungry Clowns, you have to do this 3 times. Not enough. Boy, I stink at this game. If you have been listening to the music in this game, you will actually notice that every single game has a different track to it, which is kind of interesting and unique to this, because they actually put a little bit of effort into something like that. And when you think of the music, this is rare. Someone named David Weiss did the soundtrack for this. I don't think anybody's familiar with who that is, but he does a great job in this game, I think. Obviously, yeah, this is one of those games that just kind of was a quick cash-in or something, but I do really think that the music's something that they did right in this one. So yeah, here I am doing Pie in Your Pants again, which I've done Kangaroo Catch and Pie in Your Pants twice now. But I haven't seen Trampoline Bounce yet, so there is a game we have not seen. I thought for a while that the game didn't repeat its patterns, but I guess it is completely random. Whose official song is Hail to the Chief? What do you got, chat? Obviously. I do know that one. I don't need to be born in the 80s to know that. There's Trampoline Bounce. That's probably the fastest and easiest game to do. Second is the Cake Catch. So yeah, the point of this run was to kind of show like all the extra stuff that nobody really would see in a speed run. Because obviously you're just going to answer questions 20 times, and then do the obstacle course, win the 2 games in between, and then the start. Just yeah, probably the one and only time you ever get to see this. I'm not probably going to submit it ever again. But I was very surprised that the retro gaming staff actually accepted this run, so I appreciate the opportunity to get to show everybody this game. I'll probably never do the 20 question one. But, I mean, if you want to answer 20 questions in a row and beat 712, world record's yours. I would gladly hand it over to you. Because I don't know all the questions in the game, so all I would do is, like, if I saw a familiar question, because after several runs, you end up seeing the same questions. So you would just go to what you've seen. Some of them I do know, most of them not really. One thing that kind of does suck about this game is the controls. What you're seeing, I guess what you're not seeing on the power meter, you're supposed to press A to start it, and then you're supposed to hit right to go to the other side, and then press A to stop it. If you're ever seeing that, this one you're just pressing A and moving toward the place that the object drops into. Because Kangaroo Catch and Pie in Your Pants are the exact same game, so it's similar in concept. First woman to be appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court. Well, yes, Church, I do dare you to beat my time, actually. I double dare you to beat my time. And then physical challenge. Water basketball again. So yeah, I press left here, and I press right, and that's how you do the little meter down there. Which country has Canberra as its capital? Is what that said? Yep. Yep. Remember, on the second player, I'm using I'm using the NES Advantage joystick, so it could pop up. I'm taking extra seconds to make sure that it doesn't do that, because if I were to select any question, that would invalidate this run, and then I would lose a mini game and not have the max score, and thus, yeah, the run is ruined. But you would still get to see the obstacle course at the end, which is probably what everybody's waiting for. Yep, here's cake catch again. Just wait for the cake to kind of be at the cake up there, and then grab it. Like, you press A when the cake is like where the picture of the cake is, the first one, and then that's when you jump up. Everybody wins a car? Oh no. We're not playing Hollywood Squares. You don't pick 10 keys, or is it 5 keys and 10 vehicles? Oh, that game is trash. Shave and haircut, 2 bits. What game is it going to be? Ring toss again. I think this is the 3rd time I've done this game. See here, yeah, for some reason, low power, and I'm all the way at the end this time around. Because I was in the middle the first 2 times. So that strat doesn't always get the same results. Oh boy, I don't even know the answer to this question. How many strings does a violin have? Chat? It's like, I have never played the violin. I haven't played any musical instrument at all, of any kind. So, who knows this answer? 4, 5, or 6? Four. Salik, you are right. Putty golf. Third time I've done this game, too. Yeah, you have to use max power here. That's the only way to get that egg in the hole. I could never get that game when I was playing it back in the day. We're getting close to the end here. I think it's only 2 more questions. Trampoline bounce again. You also do have to press A to get the flag there, too. It's like on top of getting the angle and stuff right. But they gave you such a generous amount of time to do that game. There's other games that you wish you would have 30 seconds to do, but they just don't give you that much time. Yeah, you see, I would not know the answer to this question. It's like I didn't watch that show. This should be the last question. So I'm going to go ahead and put the controller away for the advantage, because I will not be needing it anymore. Again, yeah, I know a turbo controller is banned, but I wasn't using it to turbo, like A or anything like that. Oh, and Pie in Your Pants is the last, but I think it was also the first game I played. We started, we ended with Pie in Your Pants. Alright, and that should be the last question, because that's a max score that you get in this game. Alright, so the moment you've all been waiting for. Probably the only reason why I played this game, because I wanted to finish this obstacle course, and I didn't have emulator and stuff back in the day, so I couldn't just go to this part. I'm playing cold, so there's a chance I might not complete this, so we'll see. I actually really like this part of the game, but it's too bad you have to play it all the way through in order to get here, and you have to win. Alright, here we go. This game, you don't have very much time to wiggle on this one. You either get it from the very beginning, or you are not going to make it. Kind of like the actual show itself, you get very little time to actually complete all 8 obstacles. Because I did watch the original show back in the day, when I was on Nickelodeon Gas and stuff. I did watch it. We're also collecting the Iron Sword, because that's the same noise that's used in Iron Sword and Wizards and Warriors. Ooh, I missed the flag. Oops, that's going to be really bad. That's going to be horrible. It's going to be close. Oh, you just tap right on this one, by the way. Alright, there we go. Good. Oops, I didn't. Did I stop the timer? Yes, I did. Ooh. Did you see I only had 3 seconds left? I think it was 3 seconds. Yeah, that's how little, wiggle room you have for this game. I had 4 seconds. Yeah, I'm seeing it on the stream now. Time, I think I timed it a little late, but it would be 23:54. That's not a bad time, but that's kind of to be expected when the game is artificially lengthened due to me